Paradox Pokemon. Sent to Paldea from alternate timelines and based on some of the most loved Pokemon from generations gone by, they are truly on another level to most others. Their slick redesigns, heightened stats, their absolute savage nature. What? No, wait! Oh, come on, man, I was just hyping you up!
Oh, sorry, man.
Right at the start of my intro? Seriously?
Oh, man, I feel bad now.
Dude, my head!
I didn't know you were cool like that.
You gonna let me continue now?
Oh, yeah, of course, man, of course. We good.
So, Paradox Pokemon, they're on another level. But you know what else is on another level? Their shiny designs. In fact, Pokemon Violet shinies have a particularly unique special feature in that they form a complete matching set. All of them have identical chrome bodywork. And because I'm a completionist, I just couldn't handle it if I didn't have the whole lot. So today, I'm gonna catch them all. Oh, and I also need to catch these 7 Paradox shinies within 12 hours, or else, well, I'll have to surprise trade them all away. But I don't have time to get into why that is just now because the timer has started and we gotta get moving! First on my list was to take down the biggest, baddest Paradox Pokemon of them all. The terrifying, ferocious Christmas bird thing. Now you might think that's just a joke for the video, but no, it's actually not. In the competitive doubles scene, Iron Bundle is genuinely the most viable Paradox Mon from Pokemon Violet. So be afraid. Be very afraid. First things first, I had to make a shiny sandwich. This one consisted of 1 cucumber, a pickle, 3 cloth sticks, and most importantly, 2 spicy herb domestica for the base, et voila. A sparkling level 3 ice type sandwich. Wow! However, you'll also notice that for this, and all the other sandwiches in this video, I get level 3 encounter and title power too. These recipes are so powerful and integral to this challenge because not only does the sparkling power reduce my shiny odds by half, but the encounter power lets me isolate my encounters. Oh, and the title power is just nice to give me an added chance of getting a rare title to add to my already rare shinies. And with 30 minutes on our first sandwich timer, the hunt began. Look at them. Helpless. Afraid. No, I'm not talking about the birds. I'm talking about this guy. Because the thing that causes the biggest threat to my 12-hour challenge is me. Missing a shiny is now very easy in Scarlet and Violet. Gone is the beautiful shiny sound of Legends Arceus. God, I hope that comes back soon. So you've got to be constantly aware of your surroundings in these games or risk failing an encounter. Pretty quickly though, I found a workaround for that. The crystal I'm on now is out of the spawn zone, so it doesn't spawn in Pokemon, but it does have a large rock to the side of it, which acts like some sort of perfect breeding ground for Iron Bundle. I could respawn them in at will, but the main reason I stayed here was because I got to see the occasional penguin fall to its death, which is just hilarious. And before I knew it, 15 minutes and a few more casualties later, I found my first shiny. How many Iron Bundle will fall before we find the shiny? Let me know in the wait, no! Yes! Come on! We've already got it! Never mind! We found him, Iron Bundle! Hey, and we got it! I shall name you Eddie, the Eagle. 20 minutes down, 1 of 7 Paradox shinies caught. If I kept this progress up, then I'd be finished in just 2.5 hours. But yeah, obviously that's some pretty wishful thinking. 1, because a shiny in 20 minutes is lucky business, even at these odds. But 2, because each sandwich timer lasts 30 minutes. And I wasn't going to let a single minute of that go to waste. Who do you think I am? Don't waste the sandwich, it's time for some bonus shiny! With my ice-type sandwich, I headed to North Province Area 3 to try and find a shiny Frigaback, Citodle, Frostlass. Honestly, any of those would have been amazing. But after 15 minutes of searching, I didn't find any. Like I said, these are bonus shinies. You can't expect them, but every now and then they may show up in today's video. And that's the beauty of the bonus shiny! Next up was the big boy himself, Iron Hands.
Damn, boy, he's thick!
But for him, I had a problem. Iron Hands is what we in the Pokemon community like to call a subtle shiny. And yeah, Iron Hands is one of the worst for that. Don't get me wrong, I actually love the clean style of the chrome and yellow. It works really well with the design, but in the overworld, damn does it make shiny hunting tough. And that's because of a feature I like to call
Reflection physics.
I couldn't tell if Iron Hand's legs were navy or if I was just seeing shadows at times from his sumo skirt thing. For example, take a look at this guy. Looks like a shiny, right? Wrong! Take a look at it again from this angle. Not a shiny! So yeah, that's what I was dealing with for about an hour straight. I swear that compared to hunting Iron Bundle, I was moving in slow motion. I just found it so difficult because of the cave's lighting, and it was around here that I realized failing the challenge was still a very real possibility. With a second sandwich made, I was now hyper-focusing. I liked the route of going back and forth across this bridge area, as at either side of it I could stop every so often and get a bird's eye view of the flock of Iron Hands spawning in. A problem with that though was that I found a few of them liked spawning inside the cave's walls. And I was sat there going, is that a shiny? And obviously as I could only see its thumb poking out the wall, there was no way of knowing. Eventually it turned out though that I didn't need to worry, as the shiny decided it would jump scare me instead.
Oh, wait, no! Turn around! Get back here, you! Yes! Ah! That was actually easier to spot than I thought. Maybe I should be focusing more on his head than his skirt, huh? Get in this ball, Iron Hands! It perfectly matches you! Yes! Damn, that one took so much longer.
I was very happy this guy leapt out in front of me with some sort of death wish, as not only did it make my job super easy, but it also happened with just 4 minutes left on the sandwich. And now, just one more shiny Paradox Pokemon remained in these caves. So let's make this quick! Well, I tried to, but then proceeded to unintentionally make Iron Treads a harder hunt than it should have been. I immediately made the mistake of cooking up a ground-type sparkling sandwich, which meant that during the hunt, Pokemon like Dugtrio and Gibble would be appearing alongside Iron Treads, which is bad, as that reduces my odds of finding the Pokemon I'm actually interested in. What I should have done was cook up a Steel-type sparkling sandwich, but hey, sometimes you gotta deal with the hand you're dealt. And there were some upsides to it, as there was nothing stopping me from finding more bonus shinies along the way.
What? Hi, Gibble? Hello?
Yeah, so that took 6 minutes. Just imagine if I'd isolated Iron Treads. We'd be moving on already. Oh well, not so secretly, I'm actually so happy with my new Gibble because his shiny form is just so cool. It's just a shame how Pokemon ruined its later shiny forms. Like this one.
What? No way! First a Gibble, now a bite! Are you kidding me? All of this while just looking for shiny Iron Treads. Get in this ball! I hate your shiny, but get in this ball!
So on the buzzer beater, I'd caught my second shiny, but neither were the one I was looking for. But hey, who doesn't like a bonus shiny? Normally my go-to nickname for the Garchomp line is Giga Chad because, well, look at that jaw. But this one's female, and so is this one. So say hello to Chadette and Mini Chadette. But back on the Paradox hunt, this time I correctly remembered to make the Steel-type sparkling sandwich, and yet that didn't improve my luck. No matter where I looked, I couldn't find it. Had I missed one? I sure hoped not, but I was beginning to doubt myself. I was readying myself to head back to the surface for sandwich number 3, but then, with 1 minute left... Oh my god, I've actually found it. With a minute on the clock! Iron Treads! Yes! Oh, I seriously almost missed that one. Halfway through fighting Iron Treads, I also had a realization that it might have the move Wild Charge, in which case it was suddenly under threat of killing itself. So I'm very glad that I realized this before weakening it to 1 HP using False Swipe. But just like that, on the first timer ball, it was mine. Also, I haven't mentioned this yet, but oh man, this really might be my favorite shiny of all the Paradox Pokemon. That almost crystallized texture to the trunk, highlighted by the now full chrome sleek look. Oof, I love it. And with 3 out of the 7 shiny Paradox Pokemon now found, 3.5 hours after starting this challenge, I could finally leave the cave system and enjoy a change in scenery. The next 2 shiny Paradoxes on my list can be found really close to each other, but unfortunately not using the same sandwich power. They also can't be fully isolated like the previous Paradox Pokemon, so I made do with an electric sandwich and got hunting target number 4, Iron Thorns. This shiny, as a very welcome change of pace, was going to be an easy spot. Its green armor shell turns into this cool negative chrome, and I honestly might be blind if I can't spot this thing when it appears. But as a test of my eyesight and awareness, after just 5 minutes, a pink blob popped in from the shadows.
Wait, hold on. Is that a... Oh my god! Where did you come from? You little menace!
That's right, yet another Now I just had to catch it. So I weakened it with False Swipe, which put it down to 1 HP immediately, and after failing at first to get it in a very satisfyingly matching heal ball, this happened. Damn, it's okay, we'll get him next time. Wild Charge. Wait, no! Ah! What? Oh my god! What just happened? You'd think from the earlier foreshadowing of Iron Hands knowing Wild Charge, I would have learned. But no, instead I was blessed by one of the luckiest breaks in shiny hunting history. I also happen to have a Pokemon with Volt Absorb in the back, so I immediately switched out into Voltreon to ensure poor me couldn't kill itself, and in my second heal ball, we welcomed our third
Yes! Oh my god!
Whew, that was a bit close. Okay, let's calm down. Let's calm down, everybody. Welcome to the squad, Pink Boy. Getting back to the shiny Godzilla, the bottom half of the rock cliff wasn't proving so easy to hunt around. But after quickly experimenting at the top of the rock cliff, I figured out a good route going back and forth along the summit. It's just about long enough to spawn in and despawn Iron Thorns as you move from one side to the other, and using that method, soon enough we hit a big checkpoint in our shiny challenge. Yes! Oh, he looks so cool! Look at that! The reverse color scheme looks amazing! Iron Thorns! Let's go! You might have Wild Charge. You don't have Wild Charge. You're not level 56 yet, so it should be good. He should be fine. Either way, I may switch out into Kilowatt Drill just to be safe. So after hitting the big red Voltrium button, he came to my rescue and I managed to catch my 4th Paradox Shiny. Yes! Critical capture! Let's go! Oh, I love that color scheme though. Look at him. That looks sick. That looks so cool. Just 3 shinies left with 8 hours remaining. And 10 minutes of shiny sandwich power not to waste. Okay, this time it was kind of wasted. I spent it trying to either hunt down a shiny Bellybolt or Tadblood by one of Area Zero's lakes, but had no success. Or if I did, I didn't spot the Tadblood because, my god, that thing is going to be a pain to hunt when I get around to it. So quickly, I moved on to Iron Moth. Remember when I said Iron Hands was the 2nd most subtle Paradox Shiny? Yeah, this is the reason why. Iron Moth loses those tiny hints of dark red from its corners and horns, and that's it. I do love Volcarona, and I'm glad it got so much attention in Scarlet and Violet. Not only can you find the regular Volcarona form in Area Zero, but it was one of the only Pokemon to be given 2 Paradox forms. If I'm being honest, out of the 2, I prefer Slitherwing. It just looks more primal, and also the shiny is better too. Because Iron Moth shiny? As I said, good luck trying to spot that one. I was prepared to sink hours into this particular hunt. Like, I was seriously worried this Pokemon could solely ruin my challenge run. So I sat up straight in my chair, concentrated, and got ready to... Oh. Wait, is that a shiny? Wait. Oh my god, that's so hard to find, but I've got it. Yes! Oh, this one is so difficult to spot. I've been crawling around the map for this one. Yeah, I don't quite know how I managed that. And so quickly as well. But that's the nature of shiny hunting. Sometimes you find a shiny Pawmi and Iron Moth in the first 5 minutes. Sometimes you're hunting for over an hour for a small metal elephant. But I was so grateful that out of all the Paradox Pokemon to find this quick, Iron Moth was the one. The hardest of them all, checked off my list in just 8 minutes. And with time on my side, of course I couldn't waste the sandwich. This time I attempted to find a matching Volcarona just down the path from where I caught Iron Moth, but nope, it didn't come my way. So I continued on my challenge with 20 minutes less time and nothing to show for it. Now I hear you.
Poachie, that's wasted effort again! You're risking losing your shinies!
But to that, I answer, is it really wasted effort when you get to see a Numel recreate the Lion King?
Help me! Help me!
7 hours left, 2 shinies to go. I know, that doesn't really sound like a challenge anymore, does it? And in truth, I completely agree with you. If I'm honest, I couldn't foresee myself getting through this challenge as quickly as I have. Shiny Pokemon may be easier to find these days, but for some of the rarest Pokemon in the game, averaging 1 Paradox Shiny every hour? It seems too good to be true. Then you add in the other 3 shinies I found along the way, and it brings the average down to a shiny every 38 minutes. And my mind is kind of blown by that. But now, we had the most difficult hunts of the challenge to complete. The real jewels in the crown of Pokemon Violet, and the rarest of all the Paradox Pokemon. First up was another recreation of a Gen 5 favourite, Iron Jugulis. Jugulis. I don't know how to say that name. The Pokemon Company clearly knew that these last 2 Paradoxes would be on top of most people's wanted list, which is why they can only be found in the hidden cave of Area Zero. And it really is such a perfect arena to end our challenge in. I just wanted to take a moment to say that because, okay, I know this game gets a lot of stick for its poor graphics and sometimes areas of lifeless scenery on the surface, but just look at this place. The sunlight echoing in, the idyllic waterfall backdrop, the unknown ancient inscriptions on the floor, it's honestly beautiful. Flying type sparkling sandwich made, I started my penultimate hunt. As you know, I wasn't worried about the clock anymore. I figured it would take a disaster to fail this challenge now, but I was still worried about how close we were to finishing for another reason. I was enjoying this hunt so much that I didn't want it to end. And while looking for a shiny of a Gen 5 favourite, I began to reflect on how I used to shiny hunt back in Pokemon Black and White, and how far shiny hunting has come since those days. In the past, if you wanted a shiny, you'd have to run around in a patch of grass, find a Pokemon, enter the battle, and then if it wasn't shiny, run away and try again. That process would take, 30 seconds per Pokemon? But if you compare that with shiny hunting in Scarlet and Violet, well, just look at this. I do a quick loop of an area, and immediately I'm presented with 15 to 20 Iron Jugulis, who all have the chance of being shiny. And that, in my opinion, makes shiny hunting way more fun. Then on top of that, you add getting to do the hunts in environments as stunning as this, and I think Pokemon have the opportunity to do something really special in future games. I really hope this is the start of something, using Scarlet and Violet and Legends Arceus as a template. Shiny hunting in both of these latest releases of Pokemon games is just so much more active. I really feel like I'm hunting for these shinies. I love it. And I guess that's part of the reason why shiny hunting has suddenly boomed in popularity again. Before I knew it, 30 more minutes had passed looking for Iron Jugulis, and I'd worn out yet another shiny sandwich timer. And yet, I didn't care. I wasn't thinking about how long it was taking, I was just having fun. Before I knew it, I was even nearing the end of my second shiny sandwich, but by persisting with the hunt, I still managed to find my reward.
Yes! Come on! What are we on? 21 minutes in! Let's go! Oh, there's a Pormo stuck in the wall.
Help me!
Yeah! Let's go! Iron Jugulis!
And there you have it. 6 shiny Paradox Pokemon caught, and just 1 remained. And I think you all know who that is. The creme de la creme of Pokemon Violet, the game's signature Paradox Pokemon. Iron Valiant. And you can tell they took care designing this Pokemon and its incredible shiny form. This pink and chrome warrior just looks amazing. But I couldn't stop and marvel at it on my computer because I had a challenge to win and a shiny version of my very own to catch. As I ventured ahead on the hunt, I realised I never did tell you guys why I took this challenge on, did I? And for that, I need to tell you a story about young Poachie. Me. It was Christmas 2003. Yes, I'm old, but that's not what we're focusing on here, okay? Young Poachie was about to have his mind blown as his parents surprised him with something out of his wildest dreams. A Game Boy Advance SP. And a cool red one at that, to match the cartridge of the game he got with it, Pokemon Ruby. This was the game of my childhood. The game that introduced me to the Pokemon franchise, and the game that has given me some of the happiest memories of my life. But I hear you, what does this have to do with a shiny hunting Pokemon Violet? Well, one day, young Poachie went to a sleepover at one of his friends' houses, and together they stayed up all night long playing their various versions of the game together. But during the early hours of the morning, something strange happened. I was trying out my friend's version of Pokemon Sapphire, not sure why, as if there was going to be any major differences to Pokemon Ruby, but what I do vividly remember was finding a Pokemon that I had never seen before between the Safari Zone and Lily Cove City. It looked like a Mightyena, but it was a different colour. Now, younger me had no idea what this meant and was very confused, but as I showed it to my friend, he flipped out. He couldn't stop smiling, laughing, and therefore we woke his parents up and got a bit of a telling off under the bedsheets. But that was my first introduction to shiny Pokemon. My tiny little toddler brain was now blown. What were shiny Pokemon? Were they more powerful? And why hadn't I seen one before? When would I get to see one in my game? Sadly, young Poachie never did find a shiny for himself, which I suppose isn't a surprise with Pokemon Ruby's 1 in 8,092 shiny odds. But the point I'm trying to make here is, look how far we've come. Not only can you now feasibly hunt some of the rarest Pokemon in the game, but you can do it in a couple of hours. It's nuts! I know some shiny hunting purists out there don't like that. They say,
Shiny Pokemon aren't special anymore. They have no meaning. They're these commoners.
but for me, it's made the experience even more special. At the end of the day, I still get the same childlike feeling for every shiny Pokemon I find. And shiny hunting will always remind me of those cherished moments I shared with my friends as a kid. In particular, the buzz I felt on the night of the Golden Mightyena. So thank you, Pokemon, for the memories.
Wait, there's one in the wall! That's a shiny! I swear that's a shiny. How do I find out if that's a shiny or not? Do I have to catch it? I am certain this is a shiny! I saw the grey! Did you guys see the grey? How am I meant to... Is that grey? No, that might be white. Oh, no!
Oh, yeah, no, sorry, that wasn't the shiny. No. The real shiny happened 6 minutes into my second shiny sandwich.
Oh my god. Yes! No way! Come on! Oh, I didn't save. I don't care. I'm going to catch it. Yes! Yes, yes, yes! Let's go! Our final Paradox shiny. Right, what am I catching you in? I think I want you in a Timer Ball. The colour scheme works. And it fits with the Paradox theme. Come on, that's it. That's the critical capture. Show me the money. Yes! We've done it! We've completed it. We've actually beaten our challenge. I can't believe it. We've got Eddie Eagle, Shaftless, because he's like balls, and Chadette, Mini Chadette, Marbles, Wharfstash, Not Godzilla 2, Illuminati, Future Dodrio, Blackpink, Just Vibin, Gets Legs Soon, Din Djarin, our newly evolved Gallade, and of course, I'm a Dude, the Gardevoir. Because I'm original like that.
Oh, yeah, I didn't tell you about these guys, did I? Well, I did say I found Iron Valiant only 6 minutes in. And what's that phrase I keep telling you?
Reflection phase.
No, that wasn't it. Oh yeah. Don't waste the sandwich! So that's the story of how I became the owner of every single shiny variant in the Gardevoir line, in just 20 minutes. Mad, right? But if you want to see more of this, then check out some of my other challenge runs like this one here. And yes, I may have caught a few shinies in that one too. But apart from that, if you're feeling generous, then give this video a like to support the channel, and if you haven't already, why not subscribe to let me know you want to see more? And I'll look forward to you joining me and Blackpink in the next one. See you there!